Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign. So, recently we've been dealing with the Utes, and then we've had some rebellions in Africa, and of course the Caledonians, after having been vassalized by us, decided they wanted to try to break away, and so we basically just razed their settlement to the ground, and now they are this nomadic tribe hanging out here and slowly. No, actually, they're not taking attrition. Well, they will. They will this turn because it's winter, but they're not taking attrition right now. So yeah, we're kind of at this point where there's a bit of a lull. Actually, we don't have like anything to actively fight against, other than I think the rebels are still present down here. No, apparently we got them. Apparently we got them. So our next goal is going to be to make some maneuvers in Africa. I had basically come up with this plan where I was going to try to vassalize the Garamantians. That's these guys here. And then I am going to, once they are our vassals, declare war on these guys with the hopes that the Garamantians will conquer that province for themselves. And that will give them the entire province of the Sahara, including the very valuable gemstones that I can then trade with them. And I did not mean to click that. And so that would just leave this one little settlement out here. It's actually a city, I think. No, it's not. But yeah, just this one little settlement that would complete our control of this province, and so I would take that for myself. The issue there being I'm gonna have to march my legion like all the way across northern Africa to get there, but I suppose they can't stay here anyways. So let's see, +7, a lot of that is military presence and crackdown, so that's basically going to deteriorate as soon as I leave. And why are you guys in boats? There we go. So let's move down the line. We're going to continue working our way this way. I don't think we're going to declare war this turn. Actually, I'm attacking the Garamantians, right? I'm probably better off right here. Yeah, this is going to be difficult because we have to draw them out. We can't fight them in a walled siege with whatever garrison they have. Is actually not a great garrison, although those desert spears are pretty good units. So they have the garrison plus a full stack, which obviously is going to be difficult to beat in a walled siege or an unwalled siege. Not something that we want to be fighting, especially with only a single legion. So what we're going to do is leave them some bait. This, for example. We'll come hit this, try to get them to go attack that, and then the idea is to cut them off. So while you guys are sitting here, why don't you recruit? Man, that is rough. I don't want those. More archers, sure. I don't need more spearmen, really. I'll take range units. Cavalry is fine. I guess that'll have to do. I don't like paying for mercenaries, but we just don't have the ability to recruit effectively down here. Part of that is because of all the ports. We have so many ports that I don't really have anywhere to build recruitment places. I suppose I could squeeze one in here, but somewhere is going to need to have, like, I need wells, kind of a big one, and then I need the dye works. Otherwise, why even have this settlement if I'm not going to take advantage? So I might have to build the recruiting thing here, and that means that we have to wait until we get to 5 growth or 5 pop surplus, and that's going to be a while. So I don't know. This whole province is a bit difficult to deal with. Let's head on over to here. And we have the Huns raiding us. Or those aren't the Huns, it's the other guys. The one I can't pronounce. Iazygs. So they're raiding us again. Emperor is a bit far north to deal with it. And I think Bacchus had to head down here to deal with those. He was going to go deal with these guys, but they are probably doing me a favor by taking that, to be honest. So I'm going to let them have it. Yeah. So basically what happened is we had a rebellion here, the rebels took it, and then I think it's the Dacians? Is that what you guys are? Yeah, the Dacians came down and took it from the rebels. So, you know what? Fine by me. Enjoy. Because then I don't have to worry about managing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to march Bacchus back to here. And we're going to try to herd these guys south if we can. If they continue to raid us, I'm going to attack them. I'd prefer not to go back to war with them if I could help it, though. We just don't need a war with nomadic factions. It doesn't benefit us. We don't gain land from it. We don't get money from it. Don't want to be at war with nomads. So that is probably it for this turn, surprisingly. Take a quick look at diplomacy. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot to go on here. So the Dacians, and they actually do like me, so you know, more power to you guys. The Danes, I am trading with them as well. That's good. The Danes really don't like me, and they're apparently going to hate me even more. I mean, they don't like that we went after the Utes, but the Utes are the ones that started it, so what can I really do about that? The Franks are starting to like me less and less, which is not helping us at all. To the point where I may actually voluntarily join their war with the Picts. Again, my concern with that is that them, along with the Caledonians, could overwhelm my legion on the border there. But at this point, with the Caledonian city razed to the ground, I'm almost willing to risk it. So let's see here. Moderate. So only being moderate, that's I might have to pay them to join their war, and that's okay. They accepted it. So we're at war with the Picts now, for better or worse. That should, yeah, start improving our relations with them again. We're gonna have to continue to maintain that, and then everybody else hates me. Okay, let's end our turn. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Vindonius Magnus leveled up. You are a governor. Let's see. Construction cost, that's good. Hostile agent success chance minus 10%. Don't really care about that. Let's see. Tax rate, that's good. Wealth from immigration. Let's go. How much immigration is present? I mean, zoom to your current location, which is, I imagine it's actually pretty high there. So, oh, did not mean to do that. I'm going to do this one then. And then let's see, you are a governor, so I'm going to do public order all the way. Alright, so more disease as usual. Oh, Marcus Justice's term of office ended, so we're going to have to reappoint him. And, of course, imminent rebellion, because there's always an imminent rebellion. We've got another ship. That's good. We're being raided. We'll have to go look into that. And the Lochmids are apparently, they went from Eastern Christianity to Greek Christianity. I don't know what the difference is. Let's look into that, since I think they're in our diplomacy thing. Let's see, so they are Greek Christians. You guys are Greek Christians. So what is Eastern Christianity then? Is that like, because I think there's 4 different Christianities in this game. There's Arian, which I think is what a lot of the nomadic Christian factions are. So like the Vandals and the Alans and those guys, I think they're Arian Christians. And then there's, of course, Latin Christianity, which is just like your regular old Catholicism. Then you have your Eastern Christianity, which I assume is like the Orthodox Church, Eastern Orthodoxy, whatever, which is what I thought these guys were. And then there's Greek Christianity, which is, I'm not sure. I think it's a different spin on Orthodoxy, but I'm not entirely sure about the details on that. Anywho, that's interesting that they've changed, but I don't really... Doesn't change anything for me. Okay, so let's take a quick look at our provinces and which ones can we help with our money. You guys desperately need food, so I imagine building some cattle pens here might be enough to resolve that. Actually, no. No, it won't, but I can't really do much else. I can't really... If I do this, they'll just be even more negative into the food. So, in that case, let's see, Pannonia. Wow, you guys are really hurting for food as well. We'll do cattle herds there too then. What used to be here? Strange. Well, I guess I'll build a recruiting building there. Throw down a rally field. And then let's see. Terrakinesis is only -2, but where am I going to get that 2 from? Food is not really a big deal, nor is... Disease actually isn't even on there, even though they have a lot of squalor happening. Well, in that case, let's just do a cattle herd there. And let's see. Venetia, probably food as well. Actually, not so much. More immigrants and taxes than anything. I think immigration is what's killing us the most. But, ooh, olive oil. I think I should build here then, and I will do olive trees. Because that'll give us food and that resource, which is like a double whammy. Okay, so down to Africa, where we are going to continue to recruit mercenaries, I imagine. I don't love it, but I'm taking whatever I can get. I wouldn't mind some of these guys, but they are a bit expensive. I don't need any more spear units. I want sword infantry or axe infantry or something. So we're going to have to see if this is enough. I don't want to wait too much longer on this. So, Garamantians, we are going to war. Which kind of sucks because they actually don't hate me. And this is going to make them hate me, at least briefly. So, what we are going to do now is declare war.
Let us conclude our business.
Nope, not what I wanted. I tried to go defensive alliance, but that didn't help. Are you still talking? Jeez. Yeah, I figured as much. So, everybody will join me, it seems like. There we go. And I need you to start heading south. I can't tell if they can make it there. It looks like they might be able to take it this turn, which is good. Yes, perfect. So... we're going to hit them. I'm not going to capture this. I'm going to sack it. Yeah, just sack it, take the money. And then, you can't really do anything other than sit there, but we'll eventually retreat. I don't know if we're taking desert attrition right now. It doesn't seem like it. But we might end up taking desert attrition. Hopefully, we can get them to leave their city. I'm going to do my best to sack and, sack their city. But before we do that, I need to intercept their army somewhere outside of it, so I can defeat them. But yes, we need to defeat the army, and then we'll sack the city, and then re-besiege the city. And with them in tatters like that, we should be able to force them to accept a puppet state agreement with the peace treaty. And, if that doesn't work, what we'll do is I will just raise this and then come back here and subjugate them. I prefer to let them keep both. That's the plan, but that may not work because the other one is dependent on them accepting a peace treaty with the puppet state agreement. And there are times where you can drive a faction into the ground and they still won't accept it. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's done. That war has begun. I have a little bit of money left. Is there anywhere that desperately needs a little bit of cash flow? Oh, you leveled up. Secundus, you're irresolute. I don't know if that's a good thing. It's actually not. Right, so let's give you the wooden sword. I should actually give Africanus this, because he's got a lot of mercenaries. So yeah, do that one. That's not really going to help me in any way, nor are those. So let's see. Go defense and that. And then you, because you're slowly regaining your strength. Hopefully they don't come attack us right now. Is there anything that you might need? We could go more skirmishers, more legio. It might be worth recruiting a couple more legio. Let's do one of each. So they'll give me 4 spears, 5 legio. And I might disband some of this for our skirmishers, our good ones. So let's jump into here. You kind of need a promotion. Marcus, you aren't even on there. You're getting a bit old. 68, huh? I'll make you Master of Soldiers. Let's see. That is not Bacchus. It just looks like him. You, unfortunately, can't afford the promotion. Shame. Because I'd like to bump everybody up a little bit. Titus Pullo. I'm actually wondering... I'd rather have Titus Pullo up there, to be honest, so let's cancel that. Titus Pullo, let's move you up. And then Marcus, I will put you in as a military count. Unless... Let's see. I don't know, there's too much of a logjam right here. That's really all I can do. And I mean, it could be a lot worse. Think about if we had all the governors that we could possibly have. Like, imagine if every single one of those had a governor, and then trying to fit them all into this. Ooh, it would be a nightmare. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much the end of our turn. I'm going to end it with a little bit of a surplus here. Actually, we need to upgrade you. So we want spread religion and spread religion. That's basically your job, is to just spread Christianity everywhere. I wonder if it'll kind of like osmosis into the next settlement over. I'm hoping it will. Latin Christianity is at 63%. I'm surprised that they haven't converted yet. We'll keep on that, because if they convert, then we've pretty much got them hook, line, and sinker. That will almost certainly get them to convert, or not to convert, to get on better terms with us. Interesting though, it says right there, it looks like their Germanic paganism is at 63, but then when I hover over it says Latin Christianity is. So I'm a bit curious as to what the case is there. Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like paganism is at 63, which is not good. Not good, but nothing we can really do about it. But yeah, I'd like to, get them to ally with us and turn them loose on the, I guess, the Danes, since the Danes took out the Saxons. But I want them to become a powerful faction over here. That, or I could basically let a lot of this territory rebel and then let them take it. But I don't really want to do that. So anyways, ending turn. Okay, more disease. Yeah. Titus Pullo's term in office just ended. Interesting. I thought we just moved him up. Let's see. Where are you trying to go? Will it tell me? Military count. I can't really afford the... Yeah, I can't afford that hit. So I have to block it. Even though I don't really mind, I have to block it just because I can't afford the loss of control. So Titus Pullo... I'm going to have him do it himself. He's got more influence than the Emperor does. So we're gonna go political favors. Oh, that's not good. Langobards. What are you guys doing? I mean, technically, is that trespassing? They're in the water. The Angles are trespassing. They're raiding me right now. That's going to be a problem. Our forum is done in Africa. Unseasonal conditions in Belgica. And so I noticed something between turns. Apparently the Huns are up to no good. They have basically just set up around Sirmium and are raiding the hell out of that settlement, or that area. But we're not at war with them, and I would prefer to keep it that way, so I'm just going to sort of look the other way on that and let them do it. Apparently, yeah, deteriorating. I don't know why.
Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
Why is there so few options, I wonder? Strange. I guess because they're the Huns, you can't, like, ally with them or anything. I might be able to eventually maneuver for a non-aggression pact. Let's see. Wow, they like the Visigoths. That's kind of strange. I'm wondering if I can get them to declare war on somebody else. Because if we're at war with the same factions, that will boost our relations. It's just a matter of, like, which ones. And I could offer to join, like, war with one of these factions that's inconsequential or something. Where are you guys at? That actually could be an issue. Why it won't show me who they are? Fine, do them then. Low. Come on. Work with me, Huns. Damn it. Well, that's not going to work. But yeah, I don't want to declare war on them. They might end up declaring war on me. But if they're going to attack, I prefer they attack right where they were, because I've got that settlement pretty well garrisoned and it's got walls. So they can throw as many, you know, horse-mounted archers as they want at Sirmium, and I'm sure we'll be just fine. Oh, we got rebels though. That's going to be troublesome, especially since Bacchus can't really. If he goes after them, they're going to retreat. Then I've got to chase them down again. I will get them, but can I make it back to Sirmium? I'm not sure, but we have to deal with them. This is a problem that's just going to fester if we don't. Okay, well, we'll go after him. We got him. Let's kill him. And then we will hopefully be able to make it back. Not quite. That might be close enough to reinforce, though. If they're smart, though, what they'll do is they'll just attack him out in the open. If they attack at all, which, again, I don't know for sure. Kind of an interesting army composition. Most of my armies are really strangely composed just because I've had to build them out of whatever I could get my hands on. Typically, when I play Total War games, my armies are a lot more organized. And they'll be, you know, basically the same, unless they're built for different purposes. You know, they'll be essentially like 4 or 5 spears or pikes, and then there'll be usually one more than that number of like various melee infantry with like axes or swords or whatever. They aren't like, you know, frontline like second tier infantry. And then I'll have like 4 archers or crossbows and 4 cavalry or something. Normally it's nice and ordered like that, and they're all the same units from the same faction, but in this case, no. As Western Roman Empire, it's just whatever the hell we can get our hands on. Let's see, Venetia. You guys are still hurting for food, huh? That is going to take care of the food issue. The public order issue is not going to resolve itself, though, so let's maybe do that. Got a lot of places that are headed downward, which is not good. How much to convert that? Go ahead and do it. And that's about all I can do, really. You guys can upgrade your food places. What I should have done is I should have torn down the fields and built it there instead, because I really don't need this and fields. This is going to give us more food than that will, and there's really no reason to have both. That said, I could still leave that there. Well, no, I kind of can't, because I need wells. So you know what? Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that. Go ahead and dismantle this. And I will build the wells here. They're not wells. I forget what they're called for Romans, but they're the sanitation building. Oops, I just hit my keyboard. Sanitation building, and we'll build it here. That will allow me to not worry about sanitation anywhere else. And then this is going to be mainly public order. And between this and that farm, we should have enough for food. I will turn this into a cattle herd, though, just to be safe. And that is pretty much us out of money. And it's also pretty much us out of time. So I'm going to end the episode here. And we'll have to see how the issue in Africa resolves itself. They have moved in against us, which is good. That's what we wanted them to do. You've actually leveled up. And you know what? That is not what you should be using. You should be using that. That's what I like to see. Let's see. What's going to help you the most? That'll probably be useful. And cunning... I'll take melee defense, actually. But yeah, we've got to attack their army, and I cannot move very far for whatever reason. Yeah, what's going on? I don't know why, but I can't move very far. It might be bugged out or something. But I'll see what I can do. I might set up in like a fortified stance and try to get them to attack me here. Because I need to break their army before I can go after the city, so we got to figure that out. And then obviously we got to see what the Huns are up to, because it ain't anything good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.